guys, it's Andrea from the blog Pine and Prospect Home, and today I'm sharing our fall kitchen with you guys. I'm doing this as a part of a blog hop with other bloggers, so if you'd like to, after this video, you can head to my blog. I'll put the link in the description of this video, and you can go through the tour and visit all of my other friends' homes to see their fall kitchens as well. So I hope you'll head over there and do that. So my fall kitchen is very simple this year, as it normally is. I don't do a ton of fall decor, but I love bringing in fall touches, of course, just to warm it up and give it that cozy feel. My mom and my sisters, except for one, and I went on a little fall getaway. We visited some stores about an hour away from here, and all these little shops were all decorated for fall, and we go every year to this open house, and it just gets me in the mood for fall and gives me some inspiration. And it was so much fun, and at the very end of the day we decided to run into Joann Fabrics, and I had my eye on a particular flower, faux stem there, I guess, or bush. But I didn't get it the first time I went, and this time I decided to go ahead and grab some, and I'm so glad I did, because when I brought it home I knew right away that this was the color I was going to use this year for fall. It's not purple and it's not burgundy, it's what I like to call plum colored, or eggplant is a good color as well. You'll see some eggplant sitting out in my kitchen this year. But it's this beautiful deep purple color, and I love it in my home for fall this year. It is so beautiful. I visited a few other stores and found that same color and some different stems, and I have it sprinkled throughout my home. It gives my home that cozy feel without straying too far away from that neutral color palette, which I love so much. So I'm really pleased with the way that my home is coming together this year. I can't wait to share the rest of it with you in these coming weeks. But today I just want to focus on my kitchen. So as you can see right near my sink, the first thing I did was bring some of that color in to one of my old crocks that I found recently at an antique store. These actually aren't the same stems that I found at Joann's, but that same color is here in these little berries that I found at the dollar store actually. They're so pretty. And then I just mixed them in with some real leaves right from my yard that I foraged. It's the best decor, so cheap and so affordable to just go out into your yard and pick things for fall. But I love the way they look there next to my sink, and that's where I started. So once I had that pop of color there next to our beautiful sink from Vintage Tub and Bath, I was loving the feel of the copper sort of mixed in with that deep purple, and also with pops of white and green. So I just sort of continued that theme throughout the kitchen. You'll see little hints of copper here and there sprinkled throughout the kitchen, and right off of the kitchen actually I have a little vignette with some pumpkins that I set up, and an eggplant, of course, to bring in that color. And I found these neat little copper dishes recently at our local thrift store for just a couple bucks each, and I thought they looked so cute stacked there on the dresser right off of our kitchen. I'm still playing with this dresser color. I'm not sure if I am 100% sure about it, but it's gonna stay for now. It's a pretty sort of cottagey green color. Throughout the kitchen, you'll see other white pumpkins sort of sprinkled throughout. I love those beautiful white pumpkins that you can find. I actually found mine last weekend when I went shopping with my mom and sisters, and I grabbed like, I want to say 8 or 10 of them. They were $1 each, and they're just so beautiful, and I love the look of real ones. Every once in a while I'll put a faux pumpkin in there as well, but for the most part I just love how unique these real pumpkins are, and they bring so much character. Plus it's always fun to go and pick them out every single year. I left the vintage print in my kitchen that I found this summer when I was antique shopping with my mom. I think that it really flows nicely into the fall season. It's got some cozy colors in it, and so I left it there just like it was before. In the fall, I usually am always baking something at least once a week. I try to bake something for the boys. Last week I baked some apple muffins that they were eating for breakfast. I haven't had a chance to bake yet this week, but just having some sort of baked item out on the counters all during the fall season is just something I love to have out. In this case, I just have some yummy bread that's store-bought sitting out, but for the most part, we just love making muffins and homemade breads and cookies in the fall, and so usually I will reserve this end of the counter for some sort of baked goodie. In the basket above my fridge, I switched out those green hydrangea flowers that I had in the summer to something that feels a little bit more like fall. These beautiful flowers came from Hobby Lobby, and I'm not sure exactly on what type of flower they are, but the leaves on them just have a softer tone to them, not so bright and spring-like. The flowers are a softer cream color, and I just love having some type of greenery in that basket above the fridge. It contrasts so nicely against the stone, and so I love seeing that peak of color up there. The last thing really that I changed up in this kitchen is our chalkboard that you actually see behind me. I love to switch it up during the seasons and put different sayings and verses or whatever on there. And so for the fall season, I just put fall to-dos on there, and I just have a simple list on there. Visit the corn maze, carve pumpkins, drink apple cider, make hot cocoa, things like that. And it just helps me to remain proactive during these seasons. Sometimes we can get so busy, and before we know it, they fly by and we think, man, we didn't take the time to do anything special. And I don't want that to happen this season. I feel like we just came out of a really slow, family-centered season in our lives where we just spent a lot of time together, and it was honestly very special to me, and I don't want to lose that. So with this list, it's something that I see every day. It's something that I can keep, you know, at the forefront of my mind. And then hopefully throughout this fall season, we can do some of those fun activities that I have written on there. So that is my simple fall kitchen. Thanks so much guys for watching. If you are new here, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to head over to my blog where I have all the other blogs listed at the bottom of the post. You can go and see their beautiful kitchens. And then if you're new here, if you subscribe to my blog, I have a free pumpkin printable that I will send to you for subscribing. And I also want to note, if you have any issues with your download, or you haven't gotten it yet, or it never ended up in your inbox, please send me an email. That's the best way for you to get a hold of me, is to reach out by email, and I will try to get that to you as soon as possible. Thanks again guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.